But we love cooking. We love cooking fine foods every year for birthdays, Valentine's Day.
You see duck breasts and homemade pasta and
foie gras and the works. We love to
we do.
cook good food.
Cooking is just so much more out there, and baking is so much more of a science.
It's relaxing.
It is very
It's how we
relaxing.
relax.
What types of people push our buttons? You go
Lazy
first.
people. Lazy people, especially in the food industry. You see them everywhere and they have no place in the industry.
They just take up your time and money.
Lazy people definitely push my button. And people who think that they're in charge and think that they know what they're doing when they don't.
Yes.
Those people push my buttons.
I guess the people that push my buttons the most are the people that think they're better than they actually are. They had their mother tell them once that they were good at something, and then they decide that, hey, that's what I'm going to do for a living, and they're really not that good at it.
Like all the cupcake people you see on TV.
Honey, no.
So our skill level. In baking, I would say that I'm definitely an expert. I have experience with a lot of different things with baking. My fondant work, moderate. I'm in the middle. I'm not great at it. It's definitely something I can improve on, but I have the basics down. My piping as well, and all the fine detail work. Intermediate. For me, there's always room for improvement because I'm a perfectionist. I'm never happy unless I am perfect.
Which is hard and takes a lot of time.
I would say that I'm definitely best at the intricate stuff. I love doing individual desserts, fancy things like just the intricate stuff, as well as piping, that kind of stuff I'm the best at. I'm not as great covering cakes, icing with buttercream or covering with fondant. I'm not terrible at it, but I can definitely improve. What about you?
I think that baking, I'm kind of an intermediate slash expert. I'm not as good as he is, but I'm a pretty good. But I'm a pretty good backup. I would say with fondant, probably the same range. I'm pretty good at covering cakes. It's more of the more extravagant details that I'm not so good at. Piping, I would say that I'm an expert in. I do a lot of the intricate details, a lot of the henna tattoo kind of piping on cakes, and I would say that I'm pretty good at it. Our cakes together are not so much the pyrotechnic fireworks, 500-pound sculpted cakes. We do a lot of the finer detail wedding cakes that are intricately piped, very, very clean, very put together. We are more of the traditional kind of decorators and not so much the crazy out there. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, our cakes definitely go simpler designs, but executed perfectly. A lot of people try to cover up their not so great cakes with all this fondant fluff, pretty much. But we are more the straightforward, traditional designs.
Yes.
So how will we handle elimination challenges?
We are the type of people that push through anything. We are very good with time constraints, and we seem to work best under pressure.
Definitely.
No matter how stressed out we are, we always turn out a very good product.
Yeah, we seem to do our best whenever we're given a challenge and constraints and just left alone to push through it.
Right.
We definitely work best under stress and pressure.
Right.
What behavior in the kitchen ticks you off the most?
I think people. I'm gonna let you answer this one first.
The one thing that makes me maddest in the kitchen is people who work sloppy. People who take up all of their area and half of yours with all their dirty dishes and everything else.
You might be speaking to me about this.
Those people irritate me the most in the kitchen. Those and the bossy people who like to be in charge but don't have anything to back it up.
Yes, that bothers me too. I think the thing that bothers me the most is when people try to take over even though, you know, they're not really the boss. They aren't better than you at something, but, you know, they think they are, so they try to push you and take over whatever you're doing and push you out of the way, and then they take credit for it. Drives me crazy, absolutely crazy. But I try to control myself in that area.
So how would you describe our competitive nature?
We are extremely competitive people.
Yes.
We push each other, definitely, in the kitchen, compete against each other.
And it's what makes us as good as we are. Because
Exactly.
we're constantly, even though we work together great, we're constantly competing against each other, trying to one-up each other, and it really works.
He usually
to our advantage.
wins.
Wow.
But yes, we are extremely competitive. However, our competitive nature, when working in a team, generally is a good driving force behind the teamwork. We are really big into the teamwork and helping each other out and trying to push the team forward instead of trying to pull it apart just because we're competitive.
Yeah.
What would we do to win?
We are going to do whatever it takes to win. We're going to win. That's just the type of personalities we have, the drive and determination we have. We're going to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win. So that's that.
Yeah, that is that.
We'll go as far as it takes, do whatever it takes to get there.
Yes. I guess we're not really the traditional competitor in these competitions. We rely a lot on teamwork and supporting the other person. Wouldn't you say?
Definitely. And we're not the kind of people to bring a lot of drama to the kitchen, but drama's definitely something we don't put up with in the kitchen.
No.
Yeah.
Why do we want to be on the show?
We want to be on the show for a number of reasons. We want to get our names out there. We know the show will really help us do that. We want the money. We're like everyone else out there. That money will help us make a better future for our daughter, and it'll definitely help us open up our bakery.
It absolutely will.
Which we are so excited
Yes.
to do down the road.
It's a very, very important opportunity for us to just get ahead in this industry.
Definitely.
Why are we going to win?
We are going to win because
We're the best.
we're the best. We have the best skills. We are better than anyone out there, and we work. I think the one thing that's going to set us apart is that we're going to work better than any other team out there. We work great together. We just finish each other's thoughts. We know what each other are doing.
We can take over a project that the other person started and finish it exactly the way they wanted us to. It's great.
Yeah, and our abilities complement each other great.
They do.
So we're excited about this.
We're thrilled. And we can't wait to be on the show and win.
And win, yes. Thanks.